Welcome to Projects for All. My name's Mike, and today I have this. This is a Zyliss Profi-King. It is an all-in-one clamping system for woodworking. It is obviously quite old. I bought this off Marketplace for 80 bucks, which seems to be about a middle-of-the-range price for one of these. I was told it is unused, brand new in the box, which we're gonna find out when we open it. It's not really the truth, but it looks like everything's there. And it looks like a pretty interesting all-in-one clamping system for clamping joints, for sanding, for drilling, in all different positions. And there's a couple bonus ways to clamp things too. So let's get it out of the box and have a look at what's probably, I don't know, maybe a 40, 50-year-old woodworking oddity. So here's a product that, looking at this company and Googling Zyliss, I find that what they make is kitchen implements or utensils. That is their business. It was their business when they started, and it's still their business. And at some point, they decided the founder of the company was an inventor and must have been a woodworker and decided to release this product. There's a couple iterations of this, and this company, it seems, has changed hands a couple times. They are owned by a Swiss holding company, as best I can tell now, but they had this one-off tool, and it appears that this is the only tool they really ever made, even though there was a couple accessories for this that obviously I don't have. You get plastic jaws. You can set this thing up in a variety of different ways. You can actually mount it to a part of a 2x4 that you rip down, and you can make a long standard clamp out of it. I've taken this out of the box just a little to look at it, but this is spring loaded. Two of these, branded. It has these you can attach for a round workpiece. Looks like basically a clamp to mount so you can work on larger pieces, larger than the actual clamp is. You can tell by the screws here how they clean off that I think someone's been using this, but definitely not much. Got our clamp here. Plastic jaws we can remove. You guys tell me if you've used one of these or know someone who does or has, what they think of it. So if you know somebody who's still using it, okay. So we can reposition the handle here, repositions. Well, that's everything in the box except for this. Looks like a quality control. I wish there was a date on here. That'd be awesome, but nope. I don't see dates on any of this stuff. Unconditional guarantee. The Zyliss vise. This little book, we got basically all the functions and positions we can use this. So I'll run through all of these and we'll see how it works out. Turning centers, table legs, chairs, and tool handles. That would be this guy, I imagine. Had another little pamphlet that basically goes over the same stuff. There's some accessories in here, I think. Some extra things you can buy. Yeah, they get two shots of this guy doing the same thing, basically. I don't know. If I don't make this my thumbnail picture, man, I feel like I probably missed an opportunity. It has a quick release button right here. Basically just disconnects the threads on the bottom there. Allows you to move that pretty quick. So there's a picture of this in the documentation holding what's basically just like a piece of conduit. But what it really does is just sits right on there. It's a very interesting design because it's hinged here. So as I tighten it down on the table here, it's gonna clamp down on these 3 bars also and making the whole thing secure. The other one gets clamped right there. I can see in the camera that it looks like there's very little space to clamp here, but in reality, it's just an optical illusion. So we'll take this. I have to adjust this down a little. This does clamp crazy secure. Gets nice and flush there. Nice and tight up on the table. It's actually really cool. You can add a woodworking vise basically to any table. So if you're on the job, a lot easier to use this button now that it's clamped to something. You're not going to want to screw this too far considering this handle is right up against the table now, but when you need to clamp on down, plastic jaws just fall on there. Give you a softer surface in case you have something that's valuable or fragile. So here's the standard vise setup. What's interesting about this is there's 4 clamping surfaces here. There's this one on the inside here, Well, I guess you have the bottom of this also, and then of course the one on top. So we can clamp a piece of wood this way, and it's going to grab it not up here but down here. Give this a couple turns, and that's solid. Even though it's shorter than the actual clamps here, it's got it on the bottom, and you don't have to clamp it crazy tight because it's sitting on the tabletop anyway. And it does it without leaving really any marks here. No marks on that surface. It's pretty secure. Even though it's just grabbing it right on the bottom here, it's pretty secure. We can also take this and mount it vertical, and now it's going to grab it in 4 spots. Here, here, and then obviously up at top here. There's really only, once you get this to pop back out, you really only have maybe half a turn to go, and it's tight. And now you've got your board mounted vertically. I've got it clamped pretty tight. It's not going anywhere. Most of the movement you're gonna see in this video is the table on casters and moving around. Even though I have the casters locked, it's still gonna move. We could, of course, do it this way too. Could go that way. Not going anywhere. So there's 3 positions for the regular vise, and let's see what else this thing can do. So we can also unclamp this from the table, and then just take these off and flip them over. And now, put it right back on the table. And now we have it upside down. So now, say we want to clamp it like this. Now we don't have the jaws obstructing us. We could sand this or do whatever, and it's not going anywhere. And this is a really solid piece of hickory, but no jaw marks on it. This is just aluminum. It's flat, smooth aluminum on these jaws on every surface here. We could, of course, do the vertical again. And now we don't have the vise in our way, and it is securely clamped to the table. Super cool. I'll tell you honestly, I bought this just to make a video out of it. I keep an eye out for interesting, weird stuff, but the more I look at this, and I've been looking at it as long as you guys have now, and I'm gonna tell you, I'll bet you I end up using this a lot. Because this table has no real way for me to nicely clamp anything to it. The other side of the table has drawers, and it makes it kind of hard to use as a workbench. I use it primarily just for videos and for, you know, an assembly table or whatever I'm working on. But being able to just whip this thing out and in a few seconds have a really solid clamp on just about any work surface, I actually really like this. I'm kind of happy I dropped 80 bucks on it. A small detail I just noticed, but once I have it unclamped, I can throw it on here and basically do this one-handed because it just sits on the end of the table. A few turns of these big wing nuts down here and it's clamped. So all I really did here was take this clamp, table clamp, from here and move it inboard. And now we have this additional clamp, which we're gonna attach to the table here, and that's gonna give us a much longer clamping surface. So we'll slap this guy on here. 2 wing nuts on him. And then I missed my mark. We'll slide this over about there. We take this chunk of wood here and just set it on there like so. Hit our button and move it over. And tighten down the crank. This crank is a little floppy. It's not maybe maybe it's age, or maybe it just came this way, but there we go. A piece of hardwood would obviously make a better example, but it is secure enough for drilling and for staining or painting or sanding, planing, and it is unobstructed across the whole top of the wood here. It's just getting it by the bottom corner edges here, there on both sides. You have basically this whole vise system underneath the table, so there isn't much sticking up. I actually really like this. This is a pretty slick setup for something you can take to the job site or just rip out of your tool bag and throw up here. So you get this wooden dowel, and this can just represent, well, it can represent a wooden dowel, or it can represent a table leg or anything else you have to use. You can see it's not cut from obviously the center of a log, and thus it made a terrible log furniture example when I was doing that video. So if this were center cut, this would have looked totally different, but we'll loosen our clamp up here. And then we have these for grabbing something round in the center, and they just hook on here. These have a little bit of a sharp edge or concave surface here to bite, and they literally just fit in, and that's it. One thing that's a little annoying, when we press our button here to quick move our clamp, disconnect our threads, we have this on here. They should have relief cut this a little bit here to allow for that, but you know, what am I gonna do? Complain about a company that hasn't made its product in probably 50 years. I have it just tight enough to hold it. It bites on the ends, so you have to be careful, and obviously if your ends need to be finished, then this isn't gonna work out so well, but it's nice and secure, and obviously I missed the center on that one, but you can rotate it easily if you have to sand or work on it. You could stain this all the way around without having to touch it at all. Obviously you could do any size, and since these are two different pieces, you're really only limited by the size of your bench. If you have a crazy long bench, you could clamp a crazy long workpiece here. This one I didn't tighten very tight, but you get the idea. There we go. About as solid as you can get. Beautiful. So there's the end clamp there. You can see inside there, if my light was not terrible, you can see inside there that the threads are pretty prominent. But this comes off of there, so you can flip it around if you want. You can basically put it back on in any weird position that it'll go. It comes right off of there. This does protrude past those shafts there though, so obviously that's where it's usually going to be used, but we can put it back here and still lock it down, and we could put just about any awkward shaped thing we want in between here. If we move this other clamp to where we need it, and this will give us, you know, maybe ½ an inch of travel off the end here, unobstructed, and we could clamp something to that if we needed to. And you're basically only limited by your creativity here. These are the spindle pieces here, but just the faces of them, and clamp this. I have noticed I've had trouble getting this one to stay secured, and I think that's mostly when I clamp it down, it moves, it'll pivot away. I think that has a lot to do with how soft the wood is on this workbench. This is just a husky $250, probably way more money now than I bought it, workbench, but the wood's real soft, and you can tell by all the marks on it, and it's not as secure as I would like, but if you have a hardwood bench, something that's a little more secure, it'll clamp this too. I mean, it'd be even that much better, but you're limited by your creativity. I think I could clamp almost anything in this garage to this bench with this little setup. About joining two pieces of wood together at a 90. Since you can clamp from two angles, essentially at the same time. How simple is that? I mean, obviously you might want to line it up better than I did, but essentially, you could join two pieces of wood, drill holes, put screws, glue them together at a 90-degree angle, put two miter joints together and not two pieces of sloppily cut plywood like I'm about to do. So I came into this expecting to call this thing basically like a woodworking novelty, and you know, it's vintage and it's cool and it shows a lot of thought went into this. And now, having demonstrated most of its functions, probably not all of them, and if you guys have one of these and use it, let me know what I missed, because I'm obviously not the expert of this, and I think I'm going to use this thing all the time because I really don't have a vise in here that I can use, not for woodworking. I own a vise, but I can't screw it to this because I use this to show you guys stuff. And you know, we have I got a lot of stuff in here. You can't see it, but there's a lot of stuff behind you. In the end, you don't even really need a workbench to use this. You can mount it to just about anything and use it that way if you want to. I'm kind of blown away. I kind of wish this company was still making innovative woodworking tools, but go ahead and Google the name Zyliss and you'll see, you know, potato peelers and spatulas and stuff, and that's what they do. So you guys tell me what you think. I thought this was an interesting throwback to look at, and you know, for 80 bucks, I think I found a winner for myself. I hope you liked the video. Hit me up in the comments. Tell me what you think about doing vintage stuff once in a while just for fun, and I'll see you in the next video.